I'm sharing my mom's stuffing today, which is my favorite part of Thanksgiving. I'm Lauren from TasteBetterFromScratch.com, where I'm here in my kitchen sharing new recipes every week. This stuffing is made with fresh herbs, vegetables, and ground sausage, and it's perfectly light and fluffy. If you're someone who hates stuffing, it's likely because you haven't had good stuffing. The most important thing to know about stuffing is that good ingredients make good stuffing. Good veggies, crisp and fresh, not limp or soft vegetables. Good bread, hearty, slightly dense white bread for stuffing, and good broth. The higher quality the chicken broth will simply just taste better. We are starting off with a high quality loaf of bread. We're gonna cut it into 1/2-inch cubes to dry it out. Avoid breads that are overly light and flimsy and soft. They will soak up too much of the liquid and they'll turn out soggy. This works great with bread that's a few days old and already on the drier side. You could even make some of my homemade white bread that's on my site and use the leftover loaves to make the stuffing. Next, we're gonna chop all of our fresh veggies. We have 3 stalks of celery, 1/2 of an onion, some parsley, 1 carrot, and fresh sage. I like to chop the celery into smaller pieces that are smaller than our bread cubes. Try and mince the parsley into really small pieces. I love the addition of fresh sage in the stuffing. It just brings a wonderful, earthy kind of flavor that really makes this dish shine. You don't need to worry about peeling the carrot. We just grate it with the skin on. Now let's head to the stove to brown our sausage and cook our veggies. Nothing makes stuffing taste as good as sausage, so we are gonna brown up 1/2 pound of pork sausage in a hot skillet. Break it into small pieces as it cooks until it's nicely browned all over. Once the sausage is browned, go ahead and remove it to a plate lined with paper towel to help soak up some of that grease. Set that aside and grab a 3/4 cup of butter. That's 12 tablespoons. We're gonna add it to the pan to melt. Time to add our chopped celery and onion to the pan with the melted butter. We're gonna go ahead and cook this down over medium heat for just 2 to 3 minutes to soften these veggies. Now we're gonna add our grated carrot and cook this for another minute or 2. Lastly, we're adding some of that fresh chopped sage. We just want it to wilt in these veggies and release its delicious flavor. Okay, we're gonna bring this back over and throw together our stuffing in a big bowl. I've added my dried bread cubes to a big mixing bowl. We're gonna pour our cooked sausage on top and all of these cooked veggies with the melted butter. Yes to the homemade stuffing. This is already looking so good. I'm gonna sprinkle on that fresh chopped parsley. Give everything a good stir. The last step is an easy one. Just grab your chicken broth. We're just starting slowly with about just a drizzle at a time. Mixing in between. We just want our breadcrumbs to be just moist. You don't want them overly soggy at all, just nice and moistened. I usually end up using about 2 to 2 1/4 cups. If you like your stuffing softer, you can add 2 1/2 cups. If you like it a little bit more dry, you can add less chicken broth. I love how pretty those green veggies, the orange carrot make this stuffing. Drying out breadcrumbs is kind of an extra step, but that really is the only time-consuming part of stuffing. This really is such an easy thing to make, and it tastes way better than anything you're gonna get out of a box mix. Season the stuffing with a little bit of salt and pepper before we add it to our baking dish. I like to go ahead and give it a taste. Depending on how salty your chicken broth was, you might want to add more or less salt. Grab a large 9x13 baking dish, and we're ready to stick this in the oven. It was as easy as that. This is a great dish to make ahead. I even make it 1, 2, 3 days ahead of time, and I put it in a gallon Ziploc bag. That way I can just pull it out on Thanksgiving morning and it's ready to go in the oven. I think it even tastes better if you make it a day ahead. It allows the flavors to really blend together. Just do whatever is the easiest for you. Look how beautiful that is. It's so pretty with the pieces of carrot and the parsley and the celery. We're gonna go ahead and stick this in the oven at 350 degrees for about 45 minutes or until it's warmed through and has a nice golden crust. This looks beautiful. This is a stuffing fit for your Thanksgiving table. There's nothing worse than rubbery, soggy stuffing. I love how this is crisp on the outside, but super soft and flavorful in the center. This is just my idea of perfect Thanksgiving stuffing. It's so flavorful. This is the perfect accompaniment to anything, but it's good enough you could eat this by itself. Thanks for watching, you guys. You can find the full recipe in the video description. Be sure to like the video and subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any future recipes that taste better from scratch. We'll see you next time.